folktale. Once upon a time, there was a stonecutter who went every day to a stone in the side of a mountain. He was very good at his craft, and he knew what stones were good for what purposes. Some for buildings, some for monuments. He worked very carefully and diligently, and he was very happy with his lot in life. He wanted for nothing. One day, the stonecutter took a heavy stone to the house of a very rich man. When he arrived, he put the stone down and saw an immense mansion. As he walked through its gardens and halls, he was astounded at the finery all around him. For it was indeed filled with fancy furniture, finely carved and turned. His eyes grew wide with jealousy, and he called out,
"What? I wish I were rich."
At that point, a mountain spirit who lived in the woods nearby arrived and granted his wish, saying,
"Rich you shall be."
He was puzzled, and he thought nothing of it. But later that day, when he came home, he walked the road back to his meager hut, very sadly disappointed at his lot in life, but discovered when he arrived that he no longer lived in a meager hut. He lived in a mansion every bit as fancy as the one he had just left. And he was very happy indeed. One day, he walked to an upper window and looked out the window, and he saw a fine carriage in the road outside. As he watched, the carriage slowly went down the street, and he noticed that there was a princess waiting inside. He wanted to be royalty, and he called out in anger,
"I wish I were royalty."
At that moment, the mountain spirit arose again and granted his wish, saying,
"Then royalty you shall be."
and a footman opened the door, and out stepped the princess. And in came the stonecutter, and he became a prince. And the carriage strolled slowly through the streets so that he could wave at all of the crowds and cheer. And he was very, very happy indeed. That summer was very hot, and the sun beat down mercilessly. He could not go outside into his gardens, for the sun was way too hot. He was angry at being kept indoors, and he called out,
"What? Is the sun more powerful than I? I wish I were the sun."
At that moment, the mountain spirit appeared again.
"Then your shine you shall be."
And he became the sun, powerful and strong. And as his rays shone down, all of the tall grasses slowly withered in his strong, powerful heat. And he was strong and powerful and happy up in the heavens looking down on the earth. But one day, a small cloud came and drifted in front of him. It was followed by more clouds, and more, and more, and more, until the whole sky was full of clouds. Try as he might, he tried to be seen from behind the clouds, but the clouds entirely blocked his rays. He called out in anger,
What? Are clouds more powerful than I? I wish I were a cloud.
Again, the mountain spirit arrived, granting his wish.
In a cloud you shall be.
And he became a cloud. And a powerful cloud indeed. For from this cloud there issued forth a rainstorm, the likes of which had never been seen in this region. The rain started out as a drip, and then a trickle, and then the rain turned into a deluge and a flood. It began to wash away all of the parts of the town. It washed away the houses and the trees. It washed away the bridges. It washed away all parts of the town until there was nothing left of the town. The town was entirely flooded away. Nothing was left. Nothing, that is, except for a huge stone in the side of a mountain. Try as he might, he tried to wash that stone away. He went forward and back, trying to make the stone wash away. But the stone would not budge. Finally, he stopped and called out in anger,
What? Is a stone more powerful than I? I wish I were a stone.
At that moment, a mountain spirit appeared and granted his wish, saying,
It's stone you shall be.
and he became part of that stone, so strong and immovable that nothing could move it. But one day, he heard a small tapping sound, and he felt a shiver through his spine as a crack went down his stone. And sure enough, there was a stonecutter who was tapping away at his stone. He called out in anger,
What? Is a stonecutter more powerful than I? I wish I were a stonecutter.
At that moment, the mountain spirit appeared once again and granted his final wish,
Stonecutter
saying,
you shall be.
and from that day onward, he became a stonecutter and worked diligently and happily, for he was finally very happy with his lot in life. And never again did he wish to be what he was not. The end. Face front,